to another pregnancy update. I was just about to say a TTC vlog, but that's not what I'm doing anymore. This is my 8-week update, which means that I went, or I'm going into week 9 today, so I'm gonna update you on the past week. Last week I got to see the embryo and a ticking heart, and that's been a very good, reassuring thing for me. This week I've been much calmer. I haven't been as worried about a miscarriage, even though I know it's still a risk. And it's felt a lot better mentally. Physically, however, I am definitely having that nausea that I asked about a couple of weeks ago. It's kicking my butt, basically. Yeah, I'm having nausea most of the day, most days. This weekend, I was completely out. I was on the couch almost all day, both days of the weekend. Michael has to do a lot right now just because I just can't do it. And now that I'm working in the weekdays, it's definitely tough, but I am getting through it. And I think it's a mental thing for sure. If I know in the morning that I have to get up, I have to get to work, I don't think I feel the nausea as much, because I kind of don't have a choice, I guess, but it's not fun. I try to really appreciate the times that I don't have nausea, because it kind of goes in waves, and at times it pretty much goes away completely, and when it does, I just try to appreciate it and really realize that I'm not having nausea right now. But I'm also doing this. Maybe you saw that I have these wristbands. They're called C-bands, and they have little, like, it's like a little ball, a pressure thingy that's supposed to press on a acupressure node or point or whatever, that's supposed to make nausea go away or help nausea go away. I used these when I was pregnant with Darian, and as far as I remember, they didn't really help, but today I figured can't hurt, so I've had them on all day. Don't think it's helping that much, but yeah. But who knows, maybe I would have felt even worse if I didn't have them on, so you never know. As for other symptoms, I still don't really have sore boobs anymore. That went away a little over a week ago, and still it might be a bit more sore than normal, but I don't think, not a lot, definitely. I still have some, like, vaginal discharge. Super sexy. I do have that, and I also take the progesterone, like, vaginal tablet things, so that's a whole other issue. Another thing that it's not a direct symptom of the pregnancy, but it's definitely because of the, like, pregnancy hormones, because I've gotten this before, is that I have a yeast infection down there. Yay! It is driving me insane. If you are a woman and you've had it before, you know what I mean. I have taken meds for it before because I do get it every now and then. But right now, since I'm taking the progesterone, I don't know if it's okay to take the meds for the yeast infection. And the pharmacy people didn't know either. The people at the like, pregnancy clinic didn't know. And apparently it's pretty much just my doctor, fertility doctor, who knows, and he doesn't work in July. None of them work in July. The entire clinic is closed. So I'm kind of going insane. But tomorrow I'm going to try to get a hold of another fertility clinic. I'm sure they use the same meds and the same stuff. So hopefully they can tell me if there is one medicine that I can take that will make this go away, because it's not fun. I have some, like, random headaches. I still have a lot of tummy ache. What else? Fatigue for sure. That's like the major thing. That and nausea are the major things. Fatigue is still very much present. Other than that, I don't think I have any, like, prominent symptoms, and sometimes it's also kind of difficult to know what is a pregnancy symptom and what might just be that you're not having an awesome day. As for, like, aversions and cravings, I don't really have any specific cravings still, but sometimes I just, like yesterday, I really wanted meatballs and pasta and ketchup, which I usually don't want, so that was my craving yesterday. It just kind of differs from day to day. Aversions, I'm not craving candy, which I do when I'm not pregnant, so that's, I guess, almost an aversion, that I'm like, you know, I don't want candy, but nothing special that I just cannot stand. And that's it for symptoms. I'm sorry that this video is kind of long-winded. I guess you just have a lot to talk about today. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about is that today I called the midwife, I guess you call it, at the pregnancy clinic. And normally you go there around this time in the pregnancy or a little bit earlier, and you kind of have a meetup with your nurse or midwife, whatever, and they ask you a lot of questions about like medical history and blood tests, and if you smoke, they give you lots of info and stuff, and then you come back regularly throughout your pregnancy. But today, when I got to call them, or when I finally got a hold of them, she told me that we are super understaffed for the summer. I don't have any appointment, but do you have time right now to kind of do that whole first meetup by phone? And I didn't really have a choice, so that's what we did. So we talked for 30 minutes on the phone, and we talked about like all the basics. She also booked a couple of appointments for me. Tomorrow I am going there just to draw some blood, because they do some like tests that they do on everyone, to make sure, let's see, I can't exactly remember. I know they take blood and they take urine, but they make sure that everything's fine basically. And then I have an appointment in exactly 2 weeks with a doctor at the clinic. I wasn't completely sure what she meant, but I felt like she said that I was going to get to do an ultrasound then, which you don't normally do this early. So I might be wrong, but at least I will get to see a doctor and talk about the pregnancy, and I'm assuming that they will at least listen to the heartbeat, which will give me so much like calm if they can find the heartbeats. She also sent some papers over to a ultrasound clinic, because I want to do an ultrasound in week 13, which they offer to all women. It's basically a fetus diagnostics thing. They measure stuff and just look to see if they have any indications that something is wrong with the baby. And I'm not particularly worried about anything like that. I didn't do it with Tyrion. I basically just want as many ultrasounds as I can get. I definitely want one before our wedding so that I can kind of be calm. So if I can have a successful ultrasound week 13, that would be awesome. So I'm gonna get like appointments and times and all that stuff in the mail. But she sent that off, and also she sent off papers for the routine ultrasound that everyone does here, which is in week 18. So we have a lot of things coming up in the future weeks, and it's exciting. So that was the talk with the midwife, and she seems so nice. I think she's gonna be awesome. So that was nice too, reassured me. And other than that, I don't know if we have anything to talk about. The fetus is the size of a 2x2 Lego, as you saw in the intro. I think it's kind of cute and fun, even though obviously it's not like square, but about that size. I think that's it. I've been talking for way too long already, so if I forgot something, I guess I'll put it in the comments or the description, but I'm sure this is more than enough for today. I'm just gonna show you my belly, and I need to warn you that I am super bloated right now. That's also a symptom that's stuck with me, being bloated every now and then. So it looks like I'm very pregnant, or I feel like it looks that way, but obviously it's mostly like just bloating and dinner. So here's the belly, and yeah, to me it looks super big. My shirt is even like popping over it, but there's still nothing to talk about when it comes to the belly. It's just fun to be able to compare it to future weeks, but this is what it looks like right now. Please like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more of our daily vlogs, and we will see you tomorrow. Hej då!